And today I have another piece of this Bradford Pear that was a standing dead tree for almost 2 years. And this obviously is a crotch, maybe a SuperCrotch. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 limbs coming out of it. I know there's some rot in it. This limb here had been dead for a long time, and it's dead. These all here were still relatively fresh. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take it and trim it up, trim some of these up, and then see how I can cut this thing up and get some, hopefully get some cool bow blanks out of it. And just see what it looks like. On the side, it's pretty massive. It's probably about 12 inches off the trunk here. So I'm going to take it and start trimming it up, cut some of these tops down, and then we'll figure out how to go with it. There it is. Tell you what, I'm going to trim this piece off here too and see what it looks like a little bit deeper down, see how far that rot it is in there. Okay, that looks a lot better. It wasn't too deep down. So, there she blows. The thing's got some, all kinds of rotted growth growing on it. Had mushrooms growing up out of it and everything else. So, as you can see, there's some tons of spalting throughout this thing. So I'm going to study this for a little bit, and then we'll come back and we'll figure out what our best possible way is to cut this thing up, try and get some bow blanks out of it. Okay, I studied this for a little while, and my pith falls kind of right down here, directly below there. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a cut, just try and cut this thing square in half as best that I can. Right across here. I've only got a 20-inch blade on my saw, so I may have to cut it from both sides, but anyway, so I'm going to try and make this cut down this way as far as I can, and I may have to just flip it over and cut from the other side. Well, here goes nothing. And I got ants in it. Nothing on this side though. That is incredible looking. I got to figure out what to do with the ants. Carpenter ants, I guess. That is incredible looking. Absolutely beautiful. So, I have to figure out, do some more figuring. I may have to thin this out a little bit and get down, if I can get down below these. I mean, obviously right in here would make a incredible bottom to a bowl. Dude, let's look at these one at a time. So if I'm thinking somewhere right in this area right here, I can get part of this. I think I can trim this down enough to get, hopefully get that where that's a flat surface. I think I'll be able to do that. I think that's just right in that where that bend was. I think I'll be able to take that out. So get somewhere right in here with a, could be a pretty big bowl. Yeah, probably still about an 11-inch bowl. Ideally, man, if I can get all this in here, so somewhere right in here. And if I go there, I still got enough depth. I think right there is about my shallowest piece of that, which is about 5 inches. Let's see what the other side looks like. Yeah. So the shallowest depth within that is about 5 inches. Probably can leave it, make it somewhat of a natural bowl out of that. This one, as you can see right here, this is really shallow right here. So I'm not going to be able to get very deep on this side. And again, I got the ants in here. So what I may try and do, I may try and get this piece right here. And I'm very, that's relatively flat right there. Maybe you can come in here and cut this piece out and then make a bowl just out of this crotch and get rid of those ants right there. Matter of fact, I'm just going to go ahead and make a cut here, here, and here, because I mean, obviously I can't do anything with those ants. So I'm going to cut that out and see if I can turn this into something right here. Okay, I'm not seeing any signs. Well, there's a few in there. Let me try and cut that out. I don't know how deep the ants are in there. I'll have to just find out when I get to trimming it, but I think I can make something thin out of that. I don't know. The ants may have ruined that piece, but it's worth a try. It's really obviously pretty grain right there. See what we can do with the rest of this. I'm out of the pith on this, so I may be able to do something there depending on how far these ants are in here. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and cut this piece off. Looks like I might have got most of the path where the ants were out of that one. So, not going to be very big, but I think I can get something round out of that. And that'll come up into both of these crotches, so that should have some really cool sides on it. Like if I do it round here with this the bottom, my sides will incorporate both of these coming out on the side. And obviously there's going to be lots of spalting in it. So I think I can get something out of this. Hopefully I can get something out of that. That's really pretty. And then this one. Obviously I can get something really nice out of this. I'll take it up to the wood shop and round it off on the bandsaw and see exactly what I have. What I'll do, I'll round it off on the bandsaw, and I've got access to a 12-inch joiner. So once I get this thing less than 12 inches, I'll run the base of it on a joiner and get it flat and get this out of there. Hopefully, I don't know how deep that is. Hopefully I can get that out of there. From looking at that, I mean, it should get into solid wood. I should be able to take this out into this wood here. So get a nice section right in here, as big as I can get out of that, and make a big bowl with some really, really pretty wood. And it's deep enough in there, hopefully I won't have any cracks, or hopefully the ants weren't into that part of it. Even if they were, even if I got some ant holes, I can fill those in. I mean, this wood's pretty enough. I'll work around some ant holes if that's what I have to do. So get a really nice big pretty bowl out of that. Hopefully a smaller deep bowl out of this, and then a smaller shallow bowl out of that piece. So, and I may take a look at some of these other cutoffs. I may be able to get some small stuff out of some of them, but ought to be able to get some really unique bowls out of these. And I don't know whether I mentioned it or not too, this Bradford Pear tree is one that I actually planted like 23 years ago, so it's pretty cool. I've already got some stuff out of it, and I'm going to make as much stuff as I can out of it because it's got sentimental value, I guess, because I actually planted the tree. So its entire life cycle, from being planted from, I mean, it was maybe 8 foot tall when I planted it, to it dying and me harvesting the wood and making bowls and lamps and different things I'm going to make out of it. So it's kind of cool. Anyway, I appreciate you watching. Please like and subscribe.